Shane Anderson is with us in studio today. Shane is our new School Safety and Security Director. And Shane, thanks for being with us. We're glad to have you.
Erin, thank you for having me today.
Of course. Well, we're excited to have you in the position of School Safety and Security Director. And so tell us a little bit, for folks that might not know you, give us a little bit about your background.
Okay. I have been part of LISD for the last 20 years. I started in '04 as a teacher and coach at Cavazos. In '06, LISD made the decision to move ninth grade up to the high school. So I went up to Lubbock High at that time and continued teaching ninth grade and coaching at that time. 7 years later, I went and I was assistant principal at Hutchinson Middle School, where I was for 3.5 years. Then the activities position opened up at Lubbock High, and that's when I moved up to Lubbock High. So that's what I've been doing for the past 20 years.
Well, that's quite a long career in Lubbock ISD. I know that you love the district and passionate about it. And so tell us, what really prompted you to make this change from working in campus administration to being in this school safety role?
Well, first off, I was surprised when this position came open. Stacy Carter's ran this position for the last 5+ years and has done a great job with it, developing systems and creating a whole department out of it where it was just her. So at Lubbock High, I had this position called the campus EML. Basically, I'm running the emergency system at Lubbock High. So I planned all the drills over there. I checked all the doors. I worked on the maintenance and everything that has to do with emergency at the school setting. So once I found out that the district job came open, I was very interested in it because I believe I was successful at it at Lubbock High. So when I started interviewing for it, I started just realizing all the passion that I have for the safety and all the trainings I want to go to, and actually start making the safety position my own.
And you've been in the position just now for a few weeks.
Yes.
What's been your impression? Like, what have you been working on in just these first few weeks in the new job?
You know, one thing about safety is communication is extremely important. So me developing relationships with principals, so if an emergency does happen on their campus, they feel comfortable calling me in my office so we can talk through this emergency and making sure we run drills correctly and make sure all our outside doors are working. And then naturally, to successfully run a safety department, I have to work with a lot of vendors. If a card reader doesn't work, who do we call? The sign-in system that the parents use to make sure that's up and running, that's a different vendor. The fire department, the EMS, the police, Lubbock Police, LISD Police, your department with communication. We have to send out messages when different things happen. So I've spent a lot of the time, my last 3 weeks, just getting to know a lot of people.
Well, and I know anytime you start a new job, you have new ideas and thoughts about how to really build on what has happened before, but also maybe some new ideas and plans for the future. And so tell us, what are your thoughts about how you might be able to continue adapting school safety in Lubbock ISD?
Well, one of the things that Stacy Carter did a great job of is hardening our campuses. We now have secure vestibules. We now have new doors at a lot of campuses. We have doors that read with our badges right here. So my next step is to add more security with the doors. Let's say a door's propped open for too long. It'll start making a beeping sound so that the admin and or teachers can hear it and go shut that door. Because a lot of times if a door is left open, nobody would know about it unless we put something else in place. So that's kind of the next step and something I'm gonna be working on. Remember, we have hundreds, thousands of doors in LISD that we would have to look at and add this new device to it. So that's the next step.
Well, we know it's a big job, and we know we have our website updated, so LubbockISD.org/safety. Also, there's a Facebook page too that you can follow safety and security. But we know that you can also be contacted anytime if folks have questions. So
yes. So again, I always encourage parents, students, teachers, anybody with any questions, comments, ideas to reach out to us, and we'll be more than happy to communicate with them.
Well, that's great. Well, Shane, thanks for joining us, and we look forward to see what you do with safety and security in Lubbock ISD.
Thanks, Erin.
Thank you.